Right. What is your total distance to land using data below? Outside ambient temperature degrees Fahrenheit, pressure altitude of 6,000 feet, weight 2,700 pounds, headwind component 20 knots, obstacle 50 feet, 1,550 feet. Answer 1,550 feet. Answer 1,550 feet. Which items are included in the empty weight of an aircraft? Answer: unusable fuel and undrainable oil. Unusable fuel and undrainable oil. Unusable fuel and undrainable oil. To properly purge water from the fuel system, aircraft equipped with fuel tank sumps and fuel strainer quick drain. It is necessary to drain the fuel from the answer: fuel strainer drain and fuel tank sumps. Fuel strainer drain and fuel strainer drain and fuel tank sumps. Which combination of atmospheric conditions will reduce aircraft takeoff and climb performance? Answer: high temperature, high relative humidity, and high density altitude. High temperature, high relative humidity, and high density altitude. High temperature, high relative humidity, high density altitude. Under what condition may a pilot allow a person who is obviously under the influence of drugs to be carried aboard an aircraft? Answer: in emergency. In an emergency, or if the person is a medical patient under proper care. In an emergency, or if the person is a medical patient under proper care. In an emergency, or if the person is a medical patient under proper care. Who is responsible for ensuring entries are made in maintenance records in the aircraft has been approved for return to service? Answer: owner or operator. Owner or operator. Owner or operator. What ATC facility should pilot contact to receive special VFR departure clearance in Class D airspace? Answer: air traffic control tower, air traffic control tower, air traffic control tower. How can you determine the stability of an air mass? Answer: observe the cloud formations and type of precipitation. Observe the cloud formations and type of precipitation. Formations and type of precipitation. No person may operate an aircraft in acrobatic flight when? Answer: other over any congested area, city, town, or settlement. Over any congested area of a city, town, or settlement. Settlement. If the wind is as shown by the landing direction indicator, the pilot answer: runway 18 and expect a crosswind from the right. Runway 18 and expect a crosswind from the right. Runway 18 and expect a crosswind from the right. To determine the freezing level in areas of probable icing aloft, the answer: in-flight aviation weather advisories. In-flight aviation weather advisories. In-flight aviation weather. What is one procedure to aid in cooling an engine that is overheating? Answer: enrich the fuel mixture. Enrich the fuel mixture. Enrich the mixture. An aircraft is loaded 110 pounds over maximum certificated gross weight. If fuel, gasoline, is drained to bring aircraft weight within limits, how much fuel should be drained? 18.4 gallons. Answer: 18.4 gallons for 110 pounds. 18.4 gallons for 110 pounds. Which markings indicate vehicle lane? That is C. Charlie. The letter, not the question. Answer. Okay. Is the floor of Savannah Class C airspace at the shelf area, outer circle? 13 answer 1,300 feet MSL, 1,300 feet MSL, 1,300 feet MSL. Determine the approximate ground roll distance required for takeoff. Outside air, 32 degrees Celsius. Pressure altitude, 2,000 feet. Takeoff weight, 2,500 pounds. Headwind component, 20 knots. Answer, 650 feet. 650 feet. You can expect dangerous turbulence in mountain waves and answer, below rotor clouds. Below rotor clouds. Below rotor clouds. The navigation facility at Sulphur Springs SLR is a answer, VOR DME, DME, VOR DME. It's clear I got that $sign symbol. If an airplane weighs 2,300 pounds, what approximate weight would the airplane structure be required to support during 60-degree bank turn while maintaining? Answer, 4,600 pounds, 4,600 pounds, 4,600 pounds. Under what conditions will true altitude be lower than indicated altitude? Answer, in colder than standard air temperature, in colder than standard air temperature, in colder than standard air temperature. How much fuel will you need to travel 75 SM if your airplane burns 3 gallons of fuel every hour and your ground speed is 45 miles per hour? Answer, 5 gallons, 5 gallons, 5 gallons. Frost on the wing of an airplane. Answer, should always be removed before flying, should always be removed before flying, should always be removed before flying. What action is required when two aircraft of the same converge but not head on? The aircraft on the left shall give way, the aircraft on the left shall give way, the aircraft on the left shall give way. Correct method for stating 5,500 feet MSL to air traffic controller is 5,500, 5,500, 5,000. You have been running an excessively rich mixture for some time now. As a result, answer, the spark plugs may become fouled. Spark plugs may become fouled. Spark plugs may become fouled. With certain exceptions, all aircraft within 30 miles of Class B primary airport from the surface upward to 10,000 feet MSL must be equipped with, answer, an operator with either Mode S or 4096 code capability, with Mode C automatic altitude reporting capability, and ADSB out. An optical transponder with having either Mode S or 496 code capable with automatic altitude reporting capability, and ADSB out. When a control tower located on an airport within Class D airspace ceases operations for the day, what happens to the airspace designation? Could have just lost my clue. That's okay, I'm working hard. When a control tower located on an airport within Class D airspace ceases operation for the day, what happens to the airspace designation? The airspace to Class E or a combination of Class E and G airspace during the hours the tower is not in operation. The airspace converts to Class E or a combination of Class E and G airspace during hours the tower is not in operation. A steady, unaccelerated flight. Answer, lift equals weight, lift equals weight, lift equals weight. What is meant by the term dew point? Answer, the temperature at which air must be cooled to become saturated. Temperature in which air must be cooled to become saturated. Temperature in which air must be cooled to become saturated. If a true heading is 135 degrees, results in a ground track of 130 degrees, and a true airspeed of 135 knots results in a ground speed of 140 knots. The wind would be from answer 245 degrees and 13 knots, 245 degrees and 13 knots, 245 degrees and 13 knots. With respect to certification of airmen, which is a class of aircraft? Certification of airmen, which is a class of aircraft? Single engine land and sea, multi-engine land and sea. In the northern hemisphere, is accelerated or decelerated, the magnet compass will normally correctly indicate. In the northern hemisphere, if an aircraft is accelerated or decelerated, the magnet compass will normally indicate. Answer, correctly when on a north or south heading. You see a runway hold position in the taxiway. When does this marking indicate? Answer, holds aircraft short of the runway. Holds aircraft short of the runway. The town of Finley is located in what class airspace? The town of Finley is located in what class airspace? Answer, surface area class E airspace. Surface area class E airspace. Surface area class E airspace. What wind is for Seattle 12,000 feet? Answer, 230 degrees, true at 39 knots. What is the altitude increase that the indicated airspeed at which given airplane stalls a particular configuration will, and as altitude increases, indicated airspeed at which a given airplane stalls in a particular configuration will? Answer, remain the same regardless of altitude, remain the same regardless of altitude, remain the same regardless of altitude. An airplane and airship are converging. If the airship is left of the airplane's position, which aircraft has right of way? Answer, the airship, the airship, the airship. What is pressure altitude? Answer, the altitude indicated when the barometric pressure scale is set to 29.92. The altitude indicated when the barometric pressure scale is set to 29.92. The altitude indicated when the barometric pressure set to 29.92. Pilots are most subject to spatial disorientation if. Answer, visual cues are taken away as they are in instrument meteorological conditions. Are taken away as they are in instrument meteorological conditions. Visual cues are taken away as they are instrument meteorological conditions. In TAF from the FM from group is forecast for the hours from 1600 Zulu to 2200 Zulu, with the wind from 180 degrees and 10 knots. 180 degrees and 10 knots. 180 degrees and 10 knots. as a state of temporary confusion resulting from misleading information being sent to the brain by various sensory organs, as defined as and disorientation, spatial disorientation, spatial disorientation. An ATC radar facility issues the following advisory to pilot flying north in a calm wind. Traffic 9 o'clock, 2 miles southbound. Where should the pilot look for this traffic? Answer west, answer west, answer west. A TAF includes answer wind, visibility, weather phenomena, obstructions division, cloud coverage. Wind, visibility, weather phenomena, obstruction division, and cloud coverage. How should the flight controls be held while taxiing a tailwheel airplane with a left quartering tailwind? Answer left aileron down, elevator down, left aileron down, elevator down, left aileron down, elevator down. To meet recency of experience requirements to act as pilot in command carrying passengers at night, a pilot must have made at least 3 takeoffs and landings to a full stop within the preceding 90 days. Answer the same category and class of aircraft to be used, the same category and class of aircraft to be used, the same category and aircraft, class of aircraft to be used. Induced drag increases with answer increase in angle of attack, increase in the angle of attack, increase in the angle of attack. In order to check your progress when using dead reckoning with no radio instrumentation, make corrections by answer using pilotage and keep track of your checkpoints, using pilotage and keep track of points, using pilotage and keep track of your checkpoints. Seasonal variation of solar radiation primarily occur because the axis of the Earth is tilted during June through August. The sun is answer higher in the sky in the northern hemisphere, higher in the sky in the northern hemisphere, higher in the sky in the northern hemisphere. The airspeed indicator has various color markings. The green arc is normal operating range of the airplane, normal operating range of the airplane, normal operating range of the airplane. In which environment is aircraft structural ice most likely to have the highest accumulation rate? Answer freezing rain, freezing rain. While approaching to land runway 17 at an uncontrolled airport, you spot a lake on the east side of the airport which has ripples in the water in the south edge. How should you proceed? Answer check the windsock on the airfield to make correct determination of the runway choice. Check the windsock on the airfield to make the correction determination on the runway choice. Check the windsock on the airfield to make the correct determination with runway choice. The destination airport has one runway, 826, and the wind is calm. The normal approach in calm wind is left-hand pattern to runway 8. There is no other traffic at the airport. A thunderstorm is about 6 miles west is beginning to its mature stage. Rain is starting to reach the ground. The pilot decides to fly and approach 24 or 26. Fly and approach to runway 26. Since any unexpected wind due to the storm will be westerly. Fly and approach to runway 26. Since any unexpected wind due to the storm will be a westerly.